All right, Craig's in.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, welcome everybody to a second parter of Pastor Coco's episode. The first episode didn't come out quite as planned. There were some technical issues, but yeah. So there's some new things on Spotify. If you guys want to go ahead and rate us there, or rate us on Apple or Google Play or whatever you guys want to do, go ahead and do that. Like and subscribe to Jay's YouTube, where you can catch us live, or you can catch us in Discord, in the MC Lounge. Links are pretty much all in the description. Pastor Coco, welcome back.
Yeah, it's been such a long time.
Yeah.
How you guys doing tonight?
Good.
Good. How about yourself?
I'm doing okay. I'm still not feeling super well, but I feel better like as the day goes on, and then when I wake up, I feel like junk again. So at least we're doing this at night, so I feel okay. But
Yeah.
I'm actually
awesome.
sitting here pining over whether I'm gonna R3 somebody or not. So I guess since it's such a hard decision, maybe I should wait. But I saw the level up was on, but I got the milestones, so I don't have to do it, but I kind of want to.
Very nice. So I think where we left off on the recorded version was we were talking about the state of the battle realm map.
Okay.
So I don't think we got into talking about this month's event. How are you feeling about the Cavalier EQ nodes and the new strikers?
Well, what I've done of Cav so far is definitely easier than last month's. I still hate the skill node with a passion, but luckily I've got Mole Man and Shang-Chi to handle that. But I ran a couple of paths without ouchies on because I, for some reason, didn't take Mole Man in. So I turned those off and ran a couple of paths, but I've only got like 2 left. That Juggernaut's kind of a beast. I don't know if y'all fought him yet, but
Not yet.
He's kind of annoying.
Yeah, I just made.
I really liked the class, not the class, the team bait, like tag based stuff of last month. I just feel like it needs some more tweaking. Like I think it could be good. I didn't finish Cav for the first time in a few months. I didn't do the last chapter because honestly, the mercenary and I don't remember who else was in that chapter, but that one and having to reparry when parry's not working that well was not something I wanted to subject myself to. But I like the class nodes. I'm not a big fan of the skill one. It's kind of annoying, but the other ones that are on this month they're okay. I like them pretty well. But so far, Cav hasn't been too bad of what I've done of it so far. I finished a completion run last night, and then I've explored most of the skill quests because I was trying to do it before I turned whatever they're called, Liquid Courage and the other one back on, and Recoil. So I've explored
the
most
ouchie
of that.
masters.
Yeah, before I turned those back on. But I wanted to run Arena, and I hate running Arena without having them on, so I just went ahead and turned them back on because I was like, oh, I can take Mole Man. So
Okay.
but Falcon's been pretty good for that as well.
Yeah.
That was one of
I've
the
been
reasons I
using
turned it off. Falcon more.
I was using Black Widow, Deadly Origins.
So, oh yeah. She's probably good for it too. I have a rank 4 or 5 star, so I take her sometimes. Yeah, Hit Monkey should be good for that one as well.
A lot of crits.
Can crit a lot, so.
But yeah, Strikers is a new game mode in the event quest. How do you feel about that, and what are your thoughts?
So far I love it. I think it's really cool. Reminds me of playing other fighting games that you can swap characters in now, like Marvel vs. Capcom and stuff. So it's super fun. I think it has a ton of potential, depending on how it's implemented into the full game. I think that the talk was that you could like collect them and like add them to your team or whatever. So
Yeah, I think it was relics is what the
yeah,
consensus
like a
is.
relic type thing. So I think it's really cool. I wasn't sure about the button placement, but I don't know where you would put it to appease everybody. Like, because
Yeah, I agree.
honestly, it's in a better like when they said it's above your special button, I was concerned it was going to be on the other side, like on the left side of the special button, and I was like, that's where I tap to Dex and block. I'm gonna just keep triggering it, or it's not going to let me block or Dex, and I'm going to be screwed. Uh, so I actually liked it where it was. It's kind of hard to hit sometimes because it's pretty small, and I know some people were complaining that that's where they tap to decks and stuff, so they were annoyed because they were setting it up when they didn't want to. Uh, but as far as like the actual mechanic, I think it's really cool. I love the idea of them. I love the potential it has. Like Cam was talking about this on Twitter too. Like he sees like massive amounts of possibilities for what they could do with it, and I do too. Like because they could have different abilities, or maybe they do different things for different. If they're attached to a certain champion, maybe they do something extra, like a synergy type thing, or you know, and different levels, and upgrading it and all that stuff. So I'm super excited about the potential of it. I mean, we'll have to wait and see what it looks like once it's actually a part of the full game, but it's pretty cool to basically get a free Colossus Special 2 every 15 seconds or 10 seconds or whatever. So it's pretty neat. I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because like the different lanes have like make you use it a certain way. I think
hmm
there's like one lane that if you use it on the fourth hit, you get an unblockable for a little bit longer or something like that. Like
Yeah,
Dumbo.
if you do it after your fourth light, you get the unblockable basically is extended to 10 seconds instead of 4 or something like that. So,
Right. Well, I
so
mean, it's
yeah,
pretty
I
fun.
mean, there's a lot of stuff they can do with it, especially because it's going to be like a thing that you can attach to whoever. But I think it's cool. Like, for instance, if you had the Colossus one that you like, that one path has the node where you know all of your attacks except for heavies and unblockables and maybe specials do less damage. So like if you have a champ that doesn't get unblockable attacks, then if you have a relic that grants you unblockable attacks, then you get it. Like you have it in that
Yeah.
side quest. So I think it's cool. Once you collect more, if that's how it's going to work as like a relic thing, like it'll give you ways to counter nodes even if you don't have the champs.
Right.
Like if you don't have a specific champ, you might have a striker that gives a different champ that you do have an ability to counter a node that you don't have the champ counter for yet. So I think that's really cool. Again, I mean, we'll have to see how they implement them and how. I don't want it to just be, well, you have to spend a bunch of money to get the best strikers or whatever. But we'll see how they
Sure.
implement it in the full game. But it's got tons of potential, and I really like it. So.
Yeah. Jay, you got one over there?
Yeah. So Natalie, she says, "Who did you vote for in the Summoner's Choice?"
Oh, okay. I kind of spread my votes out. Most of them are for the same people, but let me see. I can't remember exactly how I spread it out, so let me look at my little things here.
I'll put mine in chat.
I think I tweeted mine out the other day. I don't know if I have it. And let me see if I have the picture handy. I can put it in the chat too. I think it's still on my phone. Where is it?
Posted mine in the lounge chat if anybody wants to look.
Yeah,
Just like 5 minutes ago.
let me pull it up on my
Nice.
phone
It
real
was.
fast, and I can
It's
throw it
I
in there.
voted 4 times for Kashala, 4 times for Hobgoblin, and obviously 4 times for my boy Beta Ray Bill. Let's go, Bill.
Heck yeah, man.
Let me.
And it
Here,
looks like
I'll throw mine in the interview chat real fast.
right now in the wild card, it looks like Quicksilver is still in the lead for Twitter.
Yeah, by a long, like 400
Yeah,
votes?
he has like 1,000, and Beta Ray Bill has like 700.
Oh man.
Yeah.
There's mine. So
Nice.
I used my first vote for
Crystal.
Bullseye because I'm a giant Bullseye fan, but then I used the rest for Crystal. So, and then in the other brackets, I voted for Quicksilver and Danny.
Nice. Yeah.
All right.
I want Danny.
Very nice.
I want Moonstar and Kushala to win. Like, out of anyone, I'd love to have them the most. But Quicksilver is also one I'd like, which I don't know, man. It really just seems like he might win.
So
Yeah.
I like this is one of those things where almost every champion could win, and I wouldn't be mad because I want so many of the people that are in the bracket to be in the game. So
Sure.
like I want Quicksilver to win because we don't have a speedster in the game, and if we're gonna have a speedster added to the game, I think Quicksilver should be the first one.
Yeah.
So like I kind of want him to win just because I don't want somebody else that's a speedster to get added before he does. So I just want to get him in there so that if they want to do a different one, they can bring that in. But I really think that I want
Speedster. Is that North Star?
Aurora and North Star both.
Yeah, kind
of speed. They both have super speed.
I think Makari and maybe even Speed, Scarlet Witch's son, would be better.
Yeah.
But Quicksilver for sure first. Like, come on. He's
for
he's
sure.
the classic.
And Speed Demon. Don't forget about Speed Demon. Sorry, I love my Thunderbolts. Yeah, Quicksilver definitely should be first. Makari and Speed are probably the other two that I would want to be in before other ones. But
yeah,
you know, it's one of those things. Like, it'd also be interesting just to see like how they incorporate Quicksilver, like what the mechanics would look like how they would do a speedster character. So,
I mean, all we know, like when we interviewed Gabe last summer, he was saying there's no problems at all. Which, like I said, we all thought there was going to be issues, but he was talking basically like it'll work like Flash in the Injustice games where, you start a combo, but during that combo you do a fast speed attack, so you're not always in like fast mode the entire fight. It's only in certain areas of the fight where the like special attacks, combos, or anything like that, or heavies too. It's pretty cool. Oh, and Jim says the runner. Yeah, that's an Elder of the Universe, which we know they're gonna be coming eventually.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Jay, you got another thing over there? Another question. Sorry.
Yeah, so hold on, let me see. So yeah, I guess this wasn't really talked about in the do we want to say spoilers for contests, like maybe a 7.4 spoiler? Do you guys care or no?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it.
No, you can talk about it. That's
okay. So obviously we had the year 6 anniversary last year, and during that we had a special character, Superior King, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, it seemed that he showed up in the game files with this update. So what do you guys think about that?
Ooh, that's pretty interesting. So with the Superior King, obviously he's coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's the Kang is the 7.3 boss, right?
Yeah.
I haven't done 7.3 yet.
Yeah, that's
he just has updated animations, I believe.
Yeah. So maybe 7.4 boss will be the superior version or something, or maybe even beyond 7.4. I don't know.
Is he on the State of the Battle Realm map?
He is, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I think
so. That's probably why they went ahead and put him in the game files, since he's already on there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'll put it.
Interesting.
Spoiler in chat.
He's up there in the between the Skrulls and Captain Marvel and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Sparkles.
Which is where I said he would be.
Yeah. That look is so cool, though.
We know you're this prediction stuff.
Dude, he looks so sick, man. I want him as a playable character.
He does look good. He looks cool.
Yeah. So with that being said, do you think? How do you think this is going to play out in the story, Jay? Are you all the way up to date on the story?
I haven't done 7.3. Like, I'm really bad at endgame content because I just really can't stay focused on it. Like, I don't know, but From what I've read, King, obviously, we've said on the podcast, he's pretty much a loser. Like, he always loses. He loses in Act 1, 2, all the way to 5. And he's like, I'll be back one day. And now he's finally back. So,
yeah.
And it even looks like he got upgraded. Obviously, we all saw his new specials in 7.3. But then we saw the Anniversary 6 trailer. And he dies against basically a variant of himself. So, I think this is a King who actually isn't a loser. He's the winner of his contest, or maybe he destroyed a contest and he was like, okay, well, if I destroyed my contest, I'm gonna destroy your contest. I think that would be pretty interesting to see, and we've kind of got that a little bit in Loki, and I guess we'll maybe get that in Ant-Man 3. So it's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I'll be excited to see some sort of
a heap and helping of all of that stuff. So I thought it was interesting. Gabe Frazera tweeted something the other day about the new Battle Realm map and said, it's kind of crowded. I might have to make a new one for next time unless somebody destroys some of the people and makes room for new champions. So
yeah, he said Galactus.
I don't know if he's using something. I don't know if that's a pretense of what's to come in the storyline or not. But I mean, he's dropped plenty of hints with us before. So, and we know Galactus is coming at some point. So
yeah.
Yeah, they've definitely made reference to the Galactus event. We'll definitely see what parts of Asgard and Hell's Kitchen destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be interesting to see what that looks like in game.
There you go. I got the tweet. Yeah, he specifically says Galactus, so he might devour some of our favorite chips. You never know.
That would be crazy, wouldn't it? If they took champs out of the game.
Yeah, I don't even know how to feel about that.
Yeah, I don't know how I would either.
I don't like it.
No.
Unless, I mean, they would. I don't know.
I guess
making so much effort to buff some of these champions. I don't think they would. There's any reason that they would take any out.
Yeah.
I guess there are champions on the map that are non-playable. So.
Oh yeah, don't even get me started.
So the whole entire Mcoc hotel.
Yeah. But at least we got I still want Jessica, out of everyone who we can't play, specifically who is unique, Jessica, Squirrels. I mean, come on, who wouldn't want them?
Yeah. Yeah.
True.
Jean Grey mentioned in chat.
Yes. Actually, I don't think she's on the map. I put her on the map, but her model at least isn't on the map.
Yeah, so buffs. There's no buffs this month. So we'll just kind of ask, who was your favorite buff in the last year?
I'd say that the one I used the most is probably Mole Man. That one was this year, right?
Yeah.
That one was
last year, yeah.
Let me look at the schedule again. I use Hood and Kingpin a lot. Mole Man's probably the one I use the most, I would say. But I like those. I love the new timed release mechanic that Hawkeye has. It reminds me of other games I've played in the past, so I really like it. I like Fix It a lot. He's one of the ones I'm debating taking to R3. So I really like that buff a lot too. I use Angela a ton, but I used her a ton before she got buffed, and I don't have the 6-star duped yet, so, but I took her to R2 anyway, even though she's not duped, which is a big part of her buff, and Hood was my first R3. I love him. I loved him before he got buffed. I still love him after the buff, even though some people were complaining about his buff, so I'm a big fan. Big fan. The new Ultron is pretty good too. The Ultron buff is solid. I enjoy.
So does the Hawkeye slow time mechanic always work for you?
Lately I've been having trouble getting the perfect release again, and I thought I was doing it at the same time I had been. So I don't know if that's a timing thing or if I'm just not releasing it when I need to. But
because it seems like I'm having the same issue. I'll let go to tap back on it to slow time, and it just won't slow time. And I'm just like, okay, well, this is weird.
No, I felt the same way. I have a dupe Taka, and I was getting weird, trying to get used to it.
Yeah, it does. It's definitely something you have to get used to.
I have
you got
found.
some.
I know that they say you're supposed to like tap or whatever. I found that I can just hold, like, when I launch the special, I can just keep my thumb on the special button and then let go when he needs to release, and it will work. So I don't know if y'all tried it that way or not, but
Yeah, I've definitely tried it that way. But like, yeah, whenever you let go to try to slow it down, there's definitely a bug where it doesn't always slow.
Yeah. But
so
I mean, it's a brand new mechanic, so that's not surprising that there might be some kinks in it. So, but I like it. I think it's cool. I'm looking forward to them incorporating other stuff like that into other kits eventually. It'd be cool.
I've been having a lot of fun with my Venom Pool lately.
Yeah,
Venom Pool's been one of my favorite buffs. So
I think I have a 5-star Venom Pool, but he's not ranked up. I think he's like rank 2 or rank 3 maybe, but it seems cool. I haven't really used him a ton, but
he's great.
Better than he was.
Like with the Spider-Verse, the spider symbiote thing, all that.
Oh yeah.
He's
with the symbiote
really good.
Buff thing. Cool.
Yeah.
And then variant content.
For sure. Even on Awakened, I took him straight to R2.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, he's doing just fine. A buddy in my alliance, he took him to Unawakened, so
to
he
what?
loves him.
To rank 3?
Rank 3, yeah, Unawakened.
I'm thinking about it. I really am.
He's pretty good, you know. He's got a lot of utility with him too. Like his heavies, give him some crit. Lead lasts a little longer. It's pretty sweet.
Jim says 3 new mechanics in 2 months. That's That's really cool. I mean,
we got the root mechanic.
Yeah. Sorry.
You got anything else over there, Jay?
Okay, so I don't. Okay, well, I get just to what you said last time. Who was the one character you'd add to the game?
Well, Craven is somebody I wanted for a long time, so he got added last month. I was super excited about that. One of the reasons that I fell in love with comics later in life, with actually reading comics, even though I love comic characters, one of the things that made me fall in love with comics was reading Bendis and Maleev's Daredevil run. And so I'm a big Bullseye fan, so I'd really love to have Bullseye. But if I had to pick one character to add, I don't know, man. It's so hard. Like, there's so many people that are still not in the game. But I would probably have to go with either Chameleon or Mastermind, because I'm just a giant fan of both of them. And I feel like they're such important characters in the history of Spider-Man and X-Men, respectively. So I probably would have to go with them. So.
Great choices. Jim says Adam Warlock.
Which it's funny. They were my two top seeds in our wishlist tournament that we were in, and Mastermind got beat in the first round by Sphinx, which I had never even heard of until we started doing this wishlist tournament. But Chameleon actually ended up winning the whole thing. So when I am not sick and have time to write his wishlist entry, he will get added to the wishlist first. But we already need more people because they've already added new champs, and I had to take more off, so we already need to add more stuff to the wish list because I got sick and all that stuff, so running behind with some of the wish list stuff. But yeah, Chameleon or Mastermind would probably be the ones I would think. At least that's what I think at this particular moment. So that, or somebody from the Deadpool core, or like the Mercs for Money. I think those characters are super fun, like Slapstick and Headpool and Dogpool and all that kind of stuff. The wacky, zany characters. So I think those could be fun as well. What about you guys? Besides Adam Warlock, I know one of y'all said Adam Warlock. But
yeah, Jim said Adam Warlock. I actually said Adam Warlock, Gladiator. I got a couple in chat saying Young Cable, Ares, and Jim said Frogman. Come on, man. I'd want Legion.
I would love to have more of the Shi'ar for sure. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
We don't have any Shi'ar, do we?
No, I mean,
no, I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, that would be like Gladiator.
I would love to have Gladiator. I think that'd be great.
Yeah. Okay. You guys already know who I want. Beta Ray Bill, but besides Beta Ray Bill, I would definitely go for like an X-Men, somebody like Forge, or I don't know, maybe Multiple Man.
Ooh.
Oh, Multiple Man would be sweet.
Yeah.
I'm a big Madrox fan.
You know who else is? Turkey.
Yeah.
He loves them.
Yeah, that's the other. Speaking of Turkey, that would be the other character. Probably would be Phantom X. I'd love to have Phantom X in the games. Because I fell in love with Rick Remender's X-Force run, and we have basically all of the people from that except for Phantom X.
We were so close to getting him, man. So close.
I know, right?
Even concept and everything.
You can't like. I can't be mad about that though, because like, I can't give up Bobby to have Phantom X. Like,
yeah, I agree.
I mean, we're talking original 5 X-Men. I'm not gonna give one of them up for Phantom X. Even though I like Phantom X. So.
So yeah, what kind of deals do you purchase if in game?
I mean, I buy the sigil every month, and then I occasionally will get a daily cab or something like that. But for the most part, I try not to buy stuff. Occasionally, I buy one at Black Friday. Sometimes I'll get one of those. I try to stick to only the unit deals and stuff, but that's about it, really. I don't spend a ton of money. I will buy the daily unit card sometimes because it's a good chunk of units for $5. So
okay.
So I do buy the sigil every month. So
do you run a lot of arena?
I do run arena a lot. I get all the milestones in the featured arena every arena cycle for the most part, because I can run. Once I get my streak on, I can run my 6 stars like 2 or 3 times and get all the milestones. But I've been finishing the last few featured arenas. I've finished in the like 1 to 5% or 6 to 10%. I get like 3,000 5-star shards and 1,000 6-star shards or something like that. So I do that pretty consistently. I used to do the milestones for like all the arenas. But when they changed the arena structure, I try to do the featured and then I'll do the other ones if I have time, but I don't always have time to get all the milestones like I used to. So,
Very
and
nice.
I've done a couple of grinds. I did. I grinded to get the Omega Red dupe, and who else did I do? I grinded to get 5-star Silver Centurion a couple months ago when he was in the arena. And I feel like I've done 1 or 2 more, but so I've gotten a couple champs. If they were something that I really, really wanted, like
Very nice.
I had the stones to take Omega Red straight to Sig 200, so I grinded that arena. I put up like 55 million points. Which I think he was one of the last ones in the old arena structure, but I can't remember for sure. But what about you guys? Do y'all do arena grinding at all?
No.
Even just a little bit?
I get all the milestones in the basic, and I try to get some of the milestones the featured, but I don't usually get past a couple after running the basic.
Yeah. I try to at least get to the level that you get the 4-star of the new champ, just so I have them. If I'm not having enough time to get all the milestones, I try to do enough to get the 4-star version, so I have the new champ at least to look at and go around with and something. But
I usually wait until they're in the basic because it's easier. It's like 4 million points rather than the 12, I think.
You can always do
The
Marvel
4-star is at the 4-star is at 7 million, I think.
7, okay.
Featured. 12 is the last milestone, so I think 7 million is where the 4-star is.
Okay.
Which, if you have a big enough 6-star roster, it's really not that hard to get. You can get like my first. I usually don't run arena as soon as it starts because I'm usually working or doing something with my kids or something.
Yeah.
So like the first night that the arena is open is usually the first time I run it, and so I run like my lowest 5 stars until I get to 10 wins in a streak, and then I run all my 565 my maxed out 5 stars, and then once I run all of those, I have enough streak to avoid having death matches. So then I just run all my 6 stars, and usually the first night of arena, I've got 3.5, 4 million points just from running my 6 stars once and my max 5 stars once. So it's pretty. Once your 6-star roster gets fairly sizable, it doesn't take too long to get the milestones. So
Yeah, I think I usually spend about a couple hours running arena, and I get to 4 million in like the first 2 days. So yeah, it's pretty easy. Jay, you got some over there?
Let's see here. All right, I guess we talked about Marvel Champions last time, but I think have you played the game since?
I have. I played it a ton last night, actually.
Ooh.
Just because I don't even really know why. I just decided to play it some more, and I was actually like doing better, I guess, or maybe I just figured out how to play the characters a little better. So last night I started, and I was at level 4 when I started, and then today I'm level 11, I think, something like that. I have 6 characters at the recruit level, which I think is the second like tier of whatever. I don't know what they call it in the game. I think it's called tiers, but
yeah.
But I only had one when I started that was at the second tier, and he moved up to warrior, and then I've got 5 more champs at recruit, and then my Hulk is almost up to warrior at this point. So, yeah, I like it. I've unlocked the like solo things now, so that's nice because the matchmaking sometimes still takes forever on like the normal arena conquests. Like I'll be sitting there forever, like, is this ever gonna start? But now that I've unlocked the solo stuff, I've done some of it. I'm liking it. It definitely feels better than when I played it, which I really only played it a little bit when it first launched, and I liked it okay. But I knew that there was stuff coming in the future that was probably going to make it more enjoyable, and it seems like a lot of the stuff that they added since I played it last time has made it where I like it a lot better. So.
Definitely, yeah. There's even more to come when the next big update comes out, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, and I just, I like the storyline that Gabe is crafting across these 2 games. Like, I tweeted about that earlier today. Like, it's just a really cool like lore and universe that he's building around these 2 games, So I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes because I've still got a lot of realm to dig into. So
Yeah, same. Jay, did you play with the Force Guardian at all?
I think I only played 1 match of her just because I had to do something else. But yeah, she's pretty interesting. She obviously, like we've talked about it before, she's basically an amalgam of all the Guardians. So she's got Nebula outfit, Star-Lord outfit, and then her Baron is our King Groot from Contest. He somehow ended up on Marvel Realm Champions, the Battle World, and he's pretty cool.
Oh, really? Is that the story? That's cool.
Yeah. So here I was gonna say.
Yeah, I got a free. I guess it was the Star-Lord costume in-game mail last night, or parts of it or something. It looked like Star-Lord. I didn't look at it real closely because I haven't unlocked her yet. But
yeah, she's got Star-Lord, Nebula, and Gamora outfit, and I'm sure there'll be more to come. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm sure.
She like flies, has the boosters. She can throw grenades. She can do like a.
What class is she? Is she an attack character or?
I would. Yeah,
I would assume she is,
yeah.
but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I mean she's got blasters, so I guess range attack. Because you do have like.
She seems similar to the Iron Legionnaire or whatever. Is why I would assume she's an attack character. But
and Iron Man's pretty dope. Iron Legionnaire is really dope in that game.
Yeah. So I've got I think my strongest character on Mcoc is my Hulk. He's a pretty beast looking mofo.
Mine's Black
my Iron Man is the one that's a warrior, and that was because when I was playing before, that was the only thing I could actually like do anything with was the attack character. But like last night when I was playing, I got matches and people that seemed like they actually knew what they were doing. So like I was able to tank for them and stuff. So I haven't done a ton of that style of game. So like I'm not super used to like tanking or being a support character. I'm used to going all Leroy Jenkins and just running in and smashing things. So but I actually have really been enjoying running Sorcerer Supreme and like doing support and like healing the tank back up while they're trying to soak up damage and stuff. That's actually been kind of fun. But I really liked the Captain America and Thor characters. They were both. Thor's a pretty beefy tank. I really enjoyed him.
Very nice. What else do we got? Trying to think. Did we talk about war? Did you do war this year?
Yeah, we do. I am in war. I think we did 2 BGs optional war, or did we do 3? I can't remember. We don't require war. I think it's an opt-in thing for my alliance. But yeah, I ran war. I don't know that I enjoy war that much, but it's okay. I run Path 6 in war, which I think when season starts, if it ever starts, well, I think we're on the intermediate map, maybe. I can't remember. It's not the highest tier map, but I think it's the one below that. But we finish. I think we finished gold 3 this year, or was it gold 2? I can't remember if we snuck into gold 2 or not. I gotta look. But I'm not that good of a war player, honestly. I mean, I do okay, but I don't like. We have been running. We ran our defense for full diversity versus tough defenders.
Yeah.
And there's a few times that, we won because we got the full diversity bonus. So, it worked out okay, I guess.
For sure.
Let's see.
Do you think it's worth having diversity over tough defenders?
I really think it depends on what level you're at. Like, where we're at, we're bouncing between tier 10 and anywhere from like tier 12 to tier 8. So, depending on what tier we're at, it seems to work pretty well. There's some matches that we won because of the diversity bonus, but, we had a ton of deaths in war. Like my BG usually we had a pretty limited amount of deaths, but then I'd look at the score and we'd have like 70 deaths or something like that. I'm like, what is the other BG doing? Like, what happened?
Yeah.
I don't understand why there's so many deaths over there.
I definitely
But at the
understand
same
what you're
time,
talking about.
but at the same time, I mean, we're not a super competitive war alliance. I think they're wanting to move that direction, but I don't think we're there yet. But uh, but yeah, I mean, the higher the tier you are, the more I think that tough defenders is probably more important than doing you know full diversity or whatever. So
I guess it's all about where your roster is at the time as well. I mean, some people
yeah,
may not have it as good as defenders as attackers,
yeah.
or
I
they just
mean,
may not have them ranked up at the time.
yeah. I mean, I don't have a ton of defenders. Like
You get an advertisement playing on your side, Exxon.
I was trying to figure out, is that coming from my computer or?
It happens sometimes. It's really strange. It's like his mic picks up like radio signals or something.
It's still
Yeah,
going.
I heard it.
No, I don't hear it.
No, I don't hear it now. I heard it, but I was like, is that for me? What's going on? So I'm glad it wasn't me. So, that's good.
Anyway, defenders.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm at the tier we're at. I feel like if you don't have high ranked 6 stars, like most people are gonna blow through your defenders anyway. You might get okay with. You might sneak some kills with the boss or whatever, or depending on who you throw on Mixmaster, you might catch some people. But so I'm working on it. Like, I mean, I've got some rank 2 and rank 3s now, but since we've been running diversity, like, I mean, I had all 6 stars as defenders, but they were all rank 1. I mean, so, well, I guess my Kingpin was rank 2, but. What's up, Jim?
Do you guys run? What do you run in Alliance Quest?
We are this week. I think this is the first week we've done it, but we're running 3 BGs of map 6 this week. So
Okay, very nice.
and I think we're running. I think my BG is running heroic mods, maybe master. I can't remember what level. But I'm in BG1 for AQ. BG3 is running no mods this week. We're running soft guard today, so that's heroic mods, I guess. But
nice.
We've actually been doing pretty well. Let me see if I can pull.
Do you bring your Spider-Man classic?
I don't have one ranked up. I just took my 5-star to rank 2 today on level up, but I don't have one ranked up high enough to do that. Otherwise, I would. I really want to. I really
I would bring my
out.
Cyclops to the
I did too. Like, people laughed at me, and then my I was running map 5 at the time at my old alliance, and people would be like, "Why are you bringing Cyclops?" And then I would just mow through stuff. It was awesome. I really liked that buff a lot. So
yeah, I was taking on map 5 rogue mini bosses with Cyclops.
yeah, that buff was awesome. It was super cool. I liked it a lot.
Yeah,
me too. Or 3.
Yeah, you got another one over there, Jay?
Yeah. So you tweeted out after the show that when we asked you about your favorite champion, you forgot to talk about Ghost Rider. So why is Ghost Rider one of your favorite champs in the contest?
I've just always really liked him. He's got so much utility and can do so many different things. And then, like, one of the main reasons is, which you can't do it this way anymore because they changed him to make him easier, but I used Ghost Rider to beat the Crossbones boss in Act 6. Is that 6.1?
6.1, yeah.
I used Ghost Rider to beat that boss. which at the time he had biohazard instead of poison, and there wasn't a ton of like options for that, especially because he has that really ridiculous vigor regen. But with Ghost Rider, if you use your Fate Seal at the right time, it shuts down his vigor for the rest of the fight. So I used my 5-star Ghost Rider to beat that fight. So, and I've always been a big Ghost Rider fan, and I've always been. I'm not one of those people that's like, you have to have big yellow numbers or the champion sucks. I'm fine with them having tons of utility, and Ghost Rider has that. So he's just always been one of my favorites to play with.
Very nice. And just
I finally took him to R5 this last week. So he's been sitting at R4 for a long time. So
nice. Do you bring Blade and Starkey with you?
I didn't for a long time because I didn't have a 5-star Starkey. I would bring my 4-star occasionally. But I do have a 5-star Blade and a 5-star Dark Spider-Man now. But I ran Ghost Rider all the time, even without them. Like, yeah, it's nice to have the guaranteed judgment stuff, but I mean, I ran him all the time before I had them too, so.
Yeah. Speaking of Spider-Man.
Yes.
Guess who went and saw Spider-Man this weekend?
Yeah.
I know who saw it because I talked to him this afternoon.
Yeah.
What'd you think, man?
Dude, it was so good. I'm not even gonna lie. If we do get into spoiler territory, we'll just warn you now, so that you can pause it and come back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. I enjoyed it thoroughly. There were scenes that made me cry. There were scenes that made me extremely happy. It was a fun movie all the way around.
Yeah, for sure.
Wong is the new Sorcerer Supreme. I didn't know that till now.
I don't think any of us knew that until.
Yeah, it's pretty funny on technicality.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought that was really funny.
It's awesome.
It kind of explains some of the other stuff, so.
Yeah.
I loved it. I think it's my favorite Marvel movie now, honestly. I love it. It's so good.
Yeah. I was a little curious about what you guys thought with the cut scene, the end cut scene with Venom. How does that work? Are they still in the same universe, or did Venom just drop a piece of himself into Tom Holland's universe?
Yeah, that's what happened.
What it looks like happened.
Okay.
Which one of the like
universe
art
is Venom in?
I don't know. We'll have to find out. We don't really know. I guess the universe.
One of the art directors for No Way Home shared on Twitter some concept art of Tom Holland in a Venomized Spider-Man suit. It's pretty sweet looking.
Yeah. That's pretty interesting. So also I'm curious as to the new Morbius movie. We know we get a glimpse of Michael Keaton as Falcon. So do you guys think that will take place? Or
Vulture.
Not Vulture.
Hey,
sorry.
That's a heck of a retcon right there.
Yeah, my bad. But Michael Keaton as Vulture. Do you think that movie will take place in the universe?
Dude, honestly, I have no clue because they have and that trailer, which by the way, that trailer came out 2 years ago before Spider-Man No Way Home even started filming. That's so crazy.
It came out a while ago, yeah. But that trailer combines every Spider project that's happened, because the Oscorp building it shows is the one from Amazing Spider-Man, and then it shows that graffiti on the wall of Spider-Man. It looks like Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man suit, but it has murderer scrawled across it, which seems like it's from the Tom Holland universe because of the whole Mysterio thing. And then Michael Keaton's in it, and and Venom of some form is in it because Morbius pretends that he's Venom against that one guy at the end of the trailer. So I don't know what I don't know what they're doing. Like, it's crazy. We don't really know what's going to happen, and now it's gotten pushed back. So I don't know what's going to happen.
Hopefully, new scenes, man. Sony knows.
Hopefully the pushback is because it's gonna. I don't know.
Here's my theory. My theory is that the Venom we have as Tom Hardy is a part of Miles Morales' universe.
Okay.
So okay. I think we could see like an Into the Spider-Verse / like, you know, real live fucking sorry for cursing. But you know, Miles Morales, that would be cool.
Yeah, and he's only referenced in Homecoming, because Prowler says I have a nephew. That's like the only thing we've had of live action Miles, and I feel like our Spider-Man's so young to get a Miles.
Right.
I would love to see.
And it's funny because they mention a black Spider-Man in No Way Home, which is why it kind of like made me think about that. So
it's gotta be a black Spider-Man out there.
I thought it was cool, just for me, and since I just recently finished the Spider-Man 4 or the Spider-Man PS4 game, it was cool to see Feast, the shelter thing that Aunt May works at in No Way Home. That was pretty cool for me, because that's a very central part of the PS4 Spider-Man game. So,
well, I think that's like an actual thing in comics too, I believe.
Yeah,
I'm sure it is.
It was a while ago though.
I didn't remember it from reading the Spider-Man comics I have read, but I just finished playing that game, and it was a very important part of the game. So
they were really influenced by the game. There was like a few Easter eggs from the game, even like during the apartment fight against Green Goblin, there was literally a move from the game that Spider-Man does against Kingpin, so that was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
And the final
that fight scene was really cool.
One more thing that I didn't quite understand: does Tom Holland's universe not have Norman Osborn?
It seems that way, since
there hasn't been an Oscorp like reference in this series at all, has there?
No.
No, not in the
MCU
in the newest
timeline.
MCU timeline. Not that I can remember.
I don't know. It's kind of weird how there's like no mention of Harry Osborn or Norman Osborn in this timeline.
Yeah, I think it's weird. I think the reason why is because Kevin Feige said when he agreed to do the MCU, he was like, I don't want to redo any character you have already done at Sony. So I think that's why. But it is weird to like just say it literally just doesn't exist. So for such a core Spider-Man villain, or multiple core villains, I'm curious what'll happen.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully we get a new Scorpion or Lizard. That would be cool. Lizard would be dope.
Yeah, I mean he's got to go to college. I mean, and if he goes to Empire State University, which he does in the comics, which is like made up, Kirk Connors is the professor there. So we'll have to see if that does happen or not.
It'll be pretty interesting. Up next, I think I'll be watching Eternals when it comes out next week. So that'll be fun. Yeah.
Have you not seen it yet, Nixon?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, okay.
I love the man.
It's pretty good. It's not Spider-Man, but
you're right. I had to go see Spider-Man in theaters. Eternals, not so much.
I try to see all the MCU stuff now if I can. Which a lot of people like thumb their nose at Eternals, but I thought it was pretty good. I enjoyed it.
I bought the early access for Black Widow.
Oh yeah.
Black
Widow was good too. I really enjoyed it. I finally got to see it not too long ago, and I really enjoyed it too.
Yeah, there was just a couple of forgettable moments. I mean, the whole Budapest seems like it was just kind of glossed over. It was kind of hard to understand.
I was really hoping that there would be more of that whole thing delved into, since it's been such a running joke between Clint and Natasha. But
yeah,
you know, it is what it is. So.
For sure.
And we got
then we got. Go ahead.
I was gonna say then we got Moon Knight coming out next month, or at least it's reporting. So I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, I am too.
Super stoked for Moon Knight. Oscar Isaac coming back to like his second Marvel movie, or not movie, but his show. He played Apocalypse before, I believe.
Yeah, he played Apocalypse in the X-Men Fox universe. Then he voices Spider-Man 2099 and Into the Spider-Verse.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very nice.
He's Miguel.
O'Hara.
Yeah.
My boy.
That's awesome.
Moon Knight
what
buff,
else
please?
is there?
Contest?
Yeah.
We got a Hawkeye buff like right before the series.
Yeah. Hawkeye. Hawkeye was pretty dope. What'd you guys like about it?
Trick Arrow
series. It was awesome. Yeah.
Kate's banter.
It's a it feels like a giant fan service love letter to people who read the Matt Fraction and David Aja comic, which I was a super big fan of. It feels like a giant love letter to them, which is, I feel bad because they probably didn't get like extra money from them basically ripping off their comic designs and stuff. But
I think I saw them in the special thanks credits and stuff like that. So
yeah, I just didn't get paid for their work.
which is Marvel/Disney's version of saying, we're acknowledging that we stole your stuff, but you're not getting extra money from it. But hopefully that isn't the case. But I think they might have
heard Rob Liefeld talk about some stuff like that too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it depends on the creator. I'm sure some of them are more involved than other ones are and stuff. But I liked it a lot. Hawkeye's one of my favorite characters and always has been. And I love Jeremy Renner. I think Jeremy Renner's amazing. I think he did a great job as Clint in this whole MCU stuff. And so I really enjoyed it. I wasn't expecting spoilers if you haven't watched Hawkeye yet. I didn't know that Yelena was going to end up being such a big part of the show.
Really?
And so that was cool. Well, I wasn't sure. I mean, I thought she might show up.
Yeah.
But she was fantastic. Like, for as little screen time as she had in the show, like, I feel like in a lot of ways she stole the show. So
she was absolutely funny.
Yeah, I
did not like Florence Pugh is just phenomenal in that role. So I'm looking forward to if they do Thunderbolts or Dark Avengers or whatever.
Yeah.
Her being back around, that'd be really cool.
I know we talked about Black Widow like being not like having a little like forgettable moments, but she totally like she was one of the things that carried that movie, Black Widow. Like she was totally like you didn't forget her in that movie, and she carried Hawkeye at the end too, which is really awesome.
And also you can't gloss over the fact that Black Widow introduced mutants technically.
Yeah, the first.
Unless they're going to retcon that, but Ursa Major is a mutant, so I doubt that that's how they're going to introduce mutants to the MCU.
I mean, Multiverse of Madness seems pretty crazy to not introduce.
Yeah, that's true. Multiverse of Madness looks
curious
insane.
about that movie.
For it.
I read like a leak, or not a leak, but like a rumor today about it, which is pretty interesting. Like it seems like they're building up a team, and they want to like have a bunch of references to other stuff. I don't know, man. I'm excited. If it's gonna be a 3-hour movie, there's so much you can jam packed. I mean, you're talking about the multiverse. Any Marvel, lost a train of thought, but literally any Marvel show, movie thing, like you could pack into that 3 hours, and it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, it was cool because I was watching Spider-Man: The No Way Home earlier, and I was looking at the sky as it was breaking apart, and you can see like a a vision of the Rhino from the other universe, and just other people coming. It looked like they were coming through. It was so visually and aesthetically pleasing, you know.
Yeah.
It just looked so cool.
Did you catch all of them? At least the ones you could actually figure out their shape.
I caught Rhino, and there was one like at the very beginning that just like kind of turned towards Doctor Strange, and I could not recognize who it was. It looked like it was like an Ares type character, but I couldn't recognize it.
So yeah, in the beginning I think it's Kraven and Black Cat right next to each other.
Okay.
Then I think it's Superior Spider-Man, I think Mysterio, and then it goes into Rhino and Scorpion. I think that's the order.
Okay.
So pretty cool. I mean, it looks like that's what's gonna happen next.
That's awesome. That would be cool.
Speaking of Black Cat, wasn't there supposed to be a Black Cat and Silver Sable movie that Sony was working on? Has that been canned, or is that still a thing that's circling around in the rumor mill? Or
yeah, I know Black Cat. I think the Silver Sable thing died, but I've heard like they're casting Black Cat. Like I've heard Anya Taylor-Joy's name out there, which
I saw a
she's
rumor
magic.
about that the other day.
I don't know. And then
Yes, she played Magic in the New Mutants movie that got delayed for 6 years or whatever.
Hey man,
so clearly she can't. Clearly she can't play Black Cat. No,
I don't know. She was great as Magic for what it was. I mean, like
she was. I liked her as Magic.
yeah.
But like, that's like saying that Chris Evans couldn't play Captain America because he played Johnny Storm in the Fox Fantastic Four movies. But
True.
like, I can't see somebody else playing Captain America in the MCU. Like, he did such a great job with it.
Oh yeah. What was I gonna say?
You guys think Ryan Reynolds knew he was going to play Deadpool whenever he was playing in Blade?
I don't know about in Blade. Actually, I don't know. I don't think so. Maybe actually, because I know he talked about it during X-Men Origins Wolverine. Like he jokes about it. He's like, I know I was gonna play Deadpool for a long time. I mean, I'm the guy who leaked Deadpool's thing as a joke.
Yeah.
The test the trailer that leaked like 7 years earlier, whatever it was. Oh yeah, I mean, obviously Anthony Mackie is Captain America in the MCU now, of course.
He's playing Sam Captain America. That's not the same thing. We're talking about.
I'm definitely
He knows.
curious as to see where like Valentina Contessa, whatever her name is. I'm definitely curious as to what her part is in all this. Is she like doing the Dark Avengers? Is she doing the Thunderbolts? Like, which team is it?
Yeah, I mean, those are my two guesses for sure. Like, I really don't know. Like, she's like what, a triple agent in the comics, so like Shield or like it's really whatever is her agenda. And the MCU likes to change things, so
that's one of the reasons. That's one of the many reasons that I'm upset that Norman is apparently not a part of this universe right now, because that run of Dark Avengers when Norman is in the Iron Patriot suit and forms his own Avengers out of the different villains and stuff. It's one of my favorite comic arcs ever. It's so flipping good, and I love it. It's so good.
Yeah. I'm definitely excited for She-Hulk coming up too. That'll be fun.
Oh yeah.
We'll get to pick up with Bruce Banner and the Hulk, and hopefully some She-Hulk and lawyer stuff. Maybe get some Daredevil action in there. Saw a little bit of Daredevil in No Way Home, but not like any amount that was significant. I think it wasn't enough.
Just the fact that he was there is significant.
Yeah.
To me.
He's like, sure. Well, Peter, your case is fine. Happy, you might not be okay.
And I'm a really good lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just love that he's there. It gives me hope that the others might come around as well.
Yeah, man.
I want I want Mike Coulter to be Luke Cage in the MCU.
I hope they don't continue a storyline from where they left off in the show, though. I did not like that storyline. I think hopefully, I don't know. We'll see how if the snap affected the shows or not. Like it's really cool. Like I mean, all the Netflix shows that people didn't like is only bad writing. Like there's nothing else people didn't like. It's just the writing. So with the MCU,
the casting was great for all of them. I mean,
and the acting was great too. It just was the writing. Now you have the MCU with you really don't have bad writing. So I'm excited for what they could do if they do.
And with the multiverse, you can get, we can do whatever we want. That's great. That's one of the good things about the multiverse. It can also be one of the worst things about a multiverse if you do it poorly. But I have tons of faith in the Marvel people at this point. Like, they're not putting out garbage. Like, the stuff they've been putting out is so good. Like,
yeah, I agree. And it shows that they care about what they're putting out and have faith in it too.
Definitely.
Well, and the crazy thing about No Way Home is that I intentionally was tampering down my expectations because there was so much rumor mill swirling and stuff before the movie came out that I was like, I'm not gonna get myself all worked up because I don't want to be disappointed because I expected things that were never gonna happen and then they didn't give me that and me be mad about it.
Right.
So I've been doing that for weeks. And then I go to the theater on opening day and I start watching this movie and I'm like, wow, that was good. Wow, that was really good. Holy crap, that's so-and-so. Holy crap, that's so-and-so. And then by the end of the movie, I'm like, they did all the things that I was tampering my expectations to not expect, plus more. And so, it was just so good. They pulled off something that I never imagined they'd be able to do with that movie, and they did it, and it was incredible.
For sure.
So it was really cool to see that. And so after that, and after the last couple of movies before that, I have complete faith in them. After watching Loki and Falcon and Winter Soldier and WandaVision and Hawkeye, and then the last couple of movies, I have complete faith in Marvel that what they're doing is probably going to be good. I don't have a lot of trepidation about watching any of the stuff that they put out because it's all been really, really good. So
yeah, it definitely, you can definitely tell. When it comes to DC stuff, it seems like they soft reboot every 2 or 3 movies, which I mean, it's cool. We get to see some different versions of Batman and not Iron Man, but Superman and stuff like that. But at the same time, it's how many characters can you? I mean, how many times can you tell the same story?
Did you guys see Twitter the other day for DC Twitter?
No.
I guess not.
Who I'm blanking. Who directed Justice League and Avengers 1 and 2? Josh Whedon, that's what it was. There was thousands of people saying F Josh Whedon and Jeff Johns because they were talking about how they ruined the original Justice League after Snyder's vision and how it's kind of canceled, and the Flash movie leaks are saying that it's not what people wanted basically, so people are
complaining like usual.
Yeah, but I agree with them because I do not like the leaks from that movie at all. It seems like the direction DC should be going. They're not. They're just continuing what they did before, which is why people don't like the DC movies. And it's a shame.
Yeah, I feel like their animated shows are a lot better.
Oh yeah, Young Justice, man.
The animated movies.
The animated movies have been really good. They've been really super solid.
Have you watched the recent ones?
I watched. There was the Rising Sun or something like that. I can't remember what it was. It was a Superman one.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like the newer animated the movies aren't as good. But the older ones are insane. It's really good. But a lot of talent has been moving around with the animated stuff, so that's why they've been changing it.
Yeah. A lot of good voice actors out there.
Oh yeah. A lot you'll recognize. Even some have worked for Contest and some motion comics.
say just keep Mark Hamill as the Joker, and everything will be fine.
Yes. Pay Mark Hamill and Kevin Conroy whatever you can to voice Batman.
Pay them all the money. Yeah. What else can we talk about over there, Jay?
Um.
Can we talk about Toad?
Yeah, let's talk about Toad.
What are your thoughts on Toad so far, PastorCoco? Do you like what you see? Anything that sticks out to you?
I mean, I like his animations and stuff. And I reading through his kit on paper, it sounds promising. I haven't got to play with him yet or anything. I fought him in Cav once, and it was not too terrible, but his animations are cool. I like how he looks. From some of the teasers I've seen from people doing videos of him, it sounds like he's got ridiculous regen and stuff. So, but I haven't watched a ton of stuff on him or got to see a ton of gameplay with him yet. But have you guys? I don't know if you guys are in the CCP or not. Have y'all played with him at all or tested him
out? I'm in it. Exen is not yet at least.
Okay.
I mean, hopefully.
No, I'm not.
But I have not played.
I'll apply again soon.
Yeah, which hopefully we can get like a lot of people to apply soon. So they'll be like, oh, so many people applied. Let's review them because I'd love to see new people in the CCP. You guys talk to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, like his damage looks really insane. Like when I read them both, obviously before the things, I really like Toad on paper compared to Sauron. And when I saw a game, I think Karate Mike made a video. Toad's damage was really cool, and his regen was really surprised me. I didn't expect it to be that high, but it was pretty dope. I haven't seen anything on Sauron though.
I thought both of them on paper sounded like they might be really cool. So it'd be interesting to see. I guess once Toad comes to Arena, I'll have a 4-star to fool around with. But
nice. And
which I think I guess next Thursday is his Arena. I think.
Yeah.
So
the early access bundles were out this week.
Yeah, so his Arena should be the whatever date that is, the 13th.
Next Thursday, yeah.
Yep. Somewhere around there.
Yeah, I bought one. I usually buy one Cav crystal from the Black ISO market when the new champs are in there, and I got some 3-star with it. Didn't matter. It wasn't even Toad, so that was sad.
Same. 300 units for a 3-star.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still one of the worst parts about Cav crystals is that 3-stars are still in there. But
yeah, at least we get free ones from the side quests and whatnot. Like I like that.
I didn't get not one 5-star from these crystals so far, and I'm done with all the objectives.
Oh damn!
So the mutant ones that they did, I guess 2 months ago, I had ridiculous luck. I got tons of 5-stars, and I think I ended up getting 2 different 6-stars from those. The Sinister Synergy ones, I don't think I got a single 5 or 6-star from any of them. I might have gotten 1 5-star.
I got 6-star Rhino.
And then these newest ones that we have, I think I've already gotten 1 or 2 5-stars from, and I haven't opened that many of them yet. So
nice.
So, but I like that they're doing the like themed Cav crystals every month to go along with the EQ and side quests and stuff. I think it's pretty neat that they're doing that.
For sure.
I like it.
So I don't think we talked about if you could buff a champion, who would it be?
Iron Fist is definitely one of them.
Yeah,
for sure. Which I'm holding out hope that if the Hell's Kitchen event is next month, that maybe Iron Fist will get a buff. Iron Patriot. I need the Iron Patriot buff to come through. For sure. Like I said, that Dark Avengers run with Norman as the head of the quote-unquote Avengers is one of my favorite arcs, so I took my 6-star one to rank 2 with a rank up gem that I got from something a few weeks ago, because I've always said that at some point I would take him to R3 just because he's one of my favorite characters ever. So I need a buff to come through so that doesn't hurt as bad. So, so Iron Fist and Iron Patriot, Groot. I'd love to see a Groot buff come through this year, especially because I just duped my 6-star one not that long ago. So, come on, Groot buff. Come on, Groot buff.
Yeah. I'm saying, come on, Cyclops, blue team.
I wouldn't mind a Cyclops buff. That would be good. I don't think I have a blue team 6-star. I have the
60 naturally.
Nice. I'm trying to think. Who did I just got somebody to like Sig 80 or Sig 100 naturally this week, but I don't remember who it was. I think my 5-star Maw is like Sig 80, which I haven't ranked him up because I haven't used him very much, but probably should at some point.
Okay. Jay, you got anything else over there?
I think. No, I'm just trying to think if there was anybody else. I would love Sentry to be better because I'm a big fan of that character as well. But
man with the power of a million suns.
If he doesn't get buffed this year, I generally will be surprised. Like I really have a good feeling he'll get buffed this year because it seemed like he was supposed to get buffed last year, but it just got delayed.
Void is really good. Void's been good since the start, hasn't he? I don't think he's had any tweaks or buffs or anything, has he?
No, I don't think so.
No. Oh, I didn't say Void.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, but if Sentry just kind of...
We're pretending that buff doesn't exist
like,
because it wasn't good enough.
You know, man.
So just hush. Hush, Jim. We know he got buffed. It doesn't matter. I want him to get buffed again. I know he got buffed, but it didn't count. It doesn't count.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was before they actually knew what they were doing with some of the buffs, because they've actually done some really good ones since then.
Yeah, and
Sentry's quote-unquote buff was a long time ago, so...
Yeah, there are like actually tons of characters that have gotten buffed before the program, but most people wouldn't notice them because no one reads the patch notes.
Yeah.
But yeah, essentially it was one of them, and no one cared. And he sucks.
Yeah, I have a duped 6-star. He's my only duped science 6-star is Void. I mean, Sentry.
My only, I have Void duped as a 6-star.
Nice.
Ooh, lucky.
Yeah. I haven't used them yet. I don't know if I will. I know he needs a high sig. Dude, I was just about to talk about Cloak and Dagger, Jim. That was like my next topic.
Yeah, that'd be super cool. That would be super
Cloak
cool.
and Dagger. Yeah, that would be cool to have a built-in striker mechanic with those two.
Yeah. So yeah,
I know they said it's going to be like a relic thing, but I think that they could incorporate it into some characters to have like Cloak and Dagger is like the best example of one that need to be like a dual character, but not really sure how that would work. Like strikers would be a cool way for that to work.
Yeah,
I think it would be neat.
When Varuk came to the game, I was like, dude, I bet this is for a character kit. And and then when like Kraven got announced, I was like, I bet you Kraven's gonna have it's gonna have Root Mechanic, because like when that first came out, Root Mechanic came out, I was like, I bet you this is for Kraven, and then Kraven came out like a year later, and yeah, I was totally right. So hopefully the striker mechanic, yeah, that would work perfectly, like Cloak and Dagger being a duo.
That would be cool.
You know, if you either.
But also, can we please get Groot to have a buff that has Root in his kit, because it's Groot. Like, come on, it's right there. It's in the name.
And even if we get future Spider-Man characters too, like anyone, I would love to see like Spider-Web's Roots as well.
Yeah, with the Spider-Man character, Root would be cool to like throw webs on the ground or whatever. That'd be really neat.
Yeah, just to like web them up, you know.
Yeah, that's something you can do in Marvel Realm of Champions. It literally is Root.
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting. But I was gonna say is, since I think Wiccan's coming to the game this year with the Empire event with Hulkling.
Oh yeah.
And if you know Wiccan comes to the game, he could totally have like a strikers thing where his brother Speed comes in and hits the enemy and then runs back. Like that would be really cool.
That would be cool.
And also, Cloak and Dagger would be mutants. I feel like now that we have Soren in the game, who's a mutant who wasn't in the comics, he was a mutate. Cloak and Dagger have to be mutants. I mean, they were in the comics for a little bit, but they got retconned, and so I would love to see Cloak and Dagger actually being mutants how they should be.
Yeah, I'm really curious about the whole conversation that's been happening today about whether Quicksilver is going to be like what class Quicksilver would be if he came to the game.
Yeah,
he'd probably be a mutant.
No, he wouldn't.
What?
It would be science. He's not a mutant. So
Deadpool and Sauron aren't mutants either. But
yeah, but they weren't retconned. They were
so.
never mutants to begin with. But so if you guys don't know this, I know some of you guys read comics, some of you don't. In 2015, when Age of Ultron came out, were they mutants in the movie? No. So
she had already had powers.
Yeah, exactly. So she's not a mutant. So in the comics,
but they had awakened them or something.
Yeah, in the comics, when that movie came out, they changed them. They changed them in the comics. They retconned them. So instead of them both being a mutant daughter and son of Magneto, they were just adoptive basically, and they were in Mount Wundagore, and they were experimented on by the High Evolutionary. So they got their powers mystically for Scarlet Witch, and then scientifically for Quicksilver. So, on pen and paper, Quicksilver is a science champ. But, and even looking at the Summoner's Choice, it seems like he would be science, because he's, you got two, you literally look
two of each class, yeah.
Yeah. So, that's what it would be, in my opinion, because, he's been a science champ ever since, in the comics, he still is not a mutant. And it seems like they're, with Trial Magneto that just happened, with Wanda, they totally confirm, they're keeping that she's not the biological daughter of Magneto, and she is totally mystic. So it seems like this retcon is staying concrete forever.
So Quicksilver and Wanda aren't mutants.
They are not.
Okay. So do you think we'll get the green suit or the blue suit for Quicksilver?
Based on the picture, I'm gonna say green suit. And I think even his picture, his tab or anything was colored green too. So I'm gonna say green suit.
Yeah.
Because we got Herc, and he came with his Civil War 2 outfit. So I wouldn't be surprised if we got Quicksilver with that green and silver bolt on his chest.
Yeah. All right. You got anything else, Jay?
Let's see here. Oh, I was gonna say, you guys excited for any future Marvel games? I know, Marvel, what was it? Midnight Suns just got delayed till the summer of this year. But what are you guys looking at for upcoming games?
Looking forward to getting a PlayStation of some kind soon.
Get a PS5
just to play, just to play the Spider-Man games and the new Wolverine game.
Yeah. That game sounds
my favorite.
I have to at some point get a PS5 so I can play that Wolverine game and the Spider-Man sequel, because that game was the reason I got a PS4 was to play that Spider-Man game, and it was fantastic. Right. So the sequel and Wolverine will be the reason that I get a PS5 probably. I got the Guardians game for Christmas. But we were out of town for a week, and then I've been sick and stuff, and I just haven't had a chance to actually play it yet. But I'm looking forward to playing it because I hear it's fantastic. So
nice. Yeah, I definitely need to download that. I've been just hearing a lot of good things about it. So sounds fun.
I watched a few bits and pieces of Jay's stream when he was streaming it, and it looks super cool. So I'm looking forward to actually play it. So
it's really good. I've had so much fun, and I love I'm PlayStation. So obviously I play PlayStation, and they have a trophy system where if you get all the achievements in the game, you get a nice platinum trophy. And so once I did all the story content for the game, I stopped the stream, and that weekend I just played. I got all the objectives I could in that game, and it was so fun. Collecting, you get these artifacts in the game, and then it goes to the Milano, and then you can actually talk to a Guardian that this relates to. So for
that's cool.
For Drax, you can get like a sword from his people. And you got music playing.
Oh, really?
But yeah, like you can have conversations with, like, they'll have conversations with Gamora. You can find out about her past, like how she knows, like how Thanos, like, you know, how Thanos works in the game, like just the lore of it. Her sister, like just the lore of the characters. Like you really get to learn it from them, which is so cool, instead of just reading about it.
That's cool.
Which I like.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it. It's been kind of hard to get PlayStation time with doing champion stuff, and I play Strike Force too, so I've been doing my Strike Force runs and stuff. So, and now I play Realm some. So,
are you guys playing Future Revolution at all?
I was, and I liked it, but I had to let something go. So,
I didn't play it as much as I thought I would, but I don't play it now. And I heard
I thought it was okay. I mean,
yeah, it was okay.
You know, I was enjoying it. I mean, it won some Game of the Year awards and stuff, which does not match a lot of the internet chatter I've seen about it. So, I mean,
most people don't like it, especially today.
Interesting.
I think it's pretty fun. I've been playing the Doctor Strange character, was the first character I started on, and then once Magic came out, I started playing her, and I truly like Magic. Magic's a beast, so I keep playing with her.
The one thing I absolutely love in that game is the freaking designs. Like, I mean, like I saw a lizard here. I'll put it in chat, but look at this lizard, man. It's beautiful. And I think
the models and character designs are gorgeous. Like, you know, when I first loaded the game up, I was like, "This is a mobile game." Like it's so. I mean, it's a gorgeous game. It really is.
Oh, even Hellstrom? What the hell? That's beautiful.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's the awesome design right there.
Cool. Sure. Yeah, and even the environments in game are so just breathtaking. It's awesome. But yeah. Jay, you got anything else?
No, that is my final tad bit on my notes.
Yeah. All right. I think we can wrap it up there. PastorCoco, do you have anything you want to plug?
Yeah, you can check out our podcast that I do with Sinister Minister. It's called Pastors Assemble, and we chop it up about whatever's going on in Marvel and DC world and any other nerdy stuff we like, and then the second half is usually devoted to MCOC, so might start talking about Realm a little bit, maybe.
Nice.
I don't know. We'll see. But we usually cover, news about the MCU and about whatever DC's got going on. We usually try to touch on comic stuff or any other nerdy stuff. I'm sure we'll be talking about Book of Boba Fett because David and I are both Star Wars fans as well. So, shout out to Deacon. He did our intro voiceover for us. I love that guy. I wish I got to spend more time talking to him. He's an awesome dude. But he did our intro for us, and you can hear it every week on our podcast. But if we are on Spotify and most of your other major podcast platforms, Apple and Google Podcast and all that stuff. I think we're on Stitcher. I'm pretty sure we are. But if you go to anchor.fm/pastorsassemble, that's our show page, so you can catch all the episodes there. Sure. And then you can catch me on Twitter. I'm at PastorCoco2. And the show has a Twitter as well. It's at Pastors Assemble. So that's really it. I mean, I'm going to at some point put out videos and stuff. Yeah, you can. I'm also the de facto leader of the MCOC wish list that other Gabe started a couple of years ago. Our new Twitter is at MCOC Wishlist, and we have thousands and thousands of votes now, and most of the characters in the Summoner's Choice vote are in our top 10, almost half of them. So Kabam is at least aware of the lists, or they know they have a good pulse of what summoners want. So those of you that are complaining, saying, why didn't they put so-and-so in the vote? Well, go to the wish list on Ranker and vote them up, and maybe they'll be in next year's. So
very nice. Yeah, I want to thank everybody for joining us live. I want to thank Jay for streaming us on YouTube and Twitch.
Yeah.
Thank PastorCoco for being our humbled guest once again. Sorry for last time. It was horrible. It was just horrible. Bad things happened.
Hey, at least it's all fixed today.
Yeah. All right. Everybody have a good night.